I would have put on my bucket list.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Now at -2 for the day. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, as we get to the 3rd hole here, a par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Second shot here on the par 5 3rd at Banff Springs.
Even though the green's protected by bunkers on the left, everything sort of kicks from the player's right to the left. So you can land that ball in the right section of the green, allow it to feed towards the flag.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. All right, Frank, what's the right play here on this second shot to the par 5 third?
Well, even though that hole is a dog leg to the right, the best way to bring it in actually is to use the general contours, which is right to left, and the shape of the shot in that direction as well. So it might look like a little cut, but it actually suits a little draw.
Sizable putt from 16 feet. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it right. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and good thing too. He's actually putting well.
So 2 under early on. Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
Be a devil's cauldron. Just get to the front of the tee there. Get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. And of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green, just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at them, not swimming. Certainly not fish golf balls out. That will be a great look at birdie. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. I like the looks of this one. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. This is a good-looking shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Ian Poulter has this for birdie.
Got him to really play well, -5.
So a tester from 4 feet. They'll take it. That's a par. Putt for par. Needs one. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side. When he goes after it like he is here.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good-looking shot right here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Set now for the second shot, par 4 5th.
Just be aware of where the flag is. If it's cut in that front section, you definitely want to carry the front of the green. The hole is a little more difficult when they start to push that flag in the back left.
Now that is a shot that would be replayed over and over. This would be a nice birdie for Ian Poulter. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Takes care of business, 5 under par. So just a formality here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short four. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole.
There's something about a well-hit shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Well, you have to be thinking about birdie here on this approach shot at the 6th, Frank.
A good aggressive tee shot, pretty close to the narrow neck of that green. Awkward, whether you try and hit a little pitch and run or try and hit a lofted wedge and sort of pitch that ball a little closer to the hole.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. Getting set now over the putt.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot. Miss a short one, also one shot.
Yeah, that's painful. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Just a couple of feet. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. So they'll tap in. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Good contact, good result. This is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze.
Ah, nice.
Looks good.
He's going for a little extra. Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Down, little Sheba. Down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, a chance to get home in 2 here on this par 5?
You would think so after a good tee shot, Rich. A very long, narrow green. The best shot would be to hit a nice, high, towering second shot, but anything that pitches on the front is going to skip forward.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Now 8 under on the day.
These putts keep the round together. And go ahead and do that for birdie. What an opportunity. A putt for eagle.
6 under on the day.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank, for only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
The distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Here we go. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
Oh my gosh, that hurts. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
He's made it. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s. Oh, they've had some meat behind it.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Frank, a lot of exciting shots on this opening side, and here we go again, second to this par 5 ninth.
Got to look at the green down the other side, Rich. Pitches a lot from left to right, so two choices. You can hit a normal shot. You've got to aim that a little left of that flag. Either that or draw it back towards the flag and into that uphill slope.
This is a good-looking shot. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Well, Frank, what do you like here? Second shot to this par 5.
I like just the general terrain, Rich. Even though the water's on the right side, you want to keep away from that, which actually makes that ball go towards the general upslope of the green.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
This is a 19-foot putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. A round-changing eagle try for Ian Poulter. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Nudge this one home, finish it up. And he makes it for par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
This one looks right on point. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This is an 11-foot putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie too. Totally in command.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Good round going, -7. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. He's gone for a little extra. That ball just took off the face.
That is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards.
about a well-hit shot.
Good contact, good result. All right, the winds are starting to pick up. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. What's the right way to approach it?
Well, you've really got to find out, first of all, the direction of the wind, and you have to be certain of it right now. And plus, if there's a gust, that's something you can't, you've got no control over. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all.
Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, there's the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you think, cleaning up here for par.
Drops for a par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. 7 under on the day. This for par. Did the job right there. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day. But they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints. They're marathons. Frank, another scoring opportunity here with his second shot at the 12th.
There certainly is. Even when they stick the flag away in the back, which is the hardest hole location, you can still get at it with a short club. Nice sort of rolling, gentle terrain on this green, so chances are you're going to have a putt with a little bit of break in it.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Just a couple of feet.
You like the sound of this. 11 under par for the round. Needs this for par.
They'll take it. That's a par.
Now 8 under on the day.
Par 3 13th. It's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
He's made it. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side, but you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, who are the best putters you've ever seen, and what did they do that made them so effective?
Well, there was always the Crenshaws who putted beautifully, but the best when it comes down to it, the Tiger Woodses and the Jack Nicklauses, the ones that made them when they had to. What a great shot.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Pretty stout second shot here at the par 4 15th. And Frank, what's the right way to shape this one?
It's actually one of the few shots you probably want to hit left to right. That notice the entry of the green is more on that left side of the green. Green does pitch back to the player as well, so maybe a little cut in here for a change.
This is a good-looking shot.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Second shot, good look at the green.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Well, this one's tracking. This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Ian Poulter with this birdie attempt. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
And he makes it for par.
He'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already.
14 yards, par 4 is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Good contact, good result.
Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, you know, sort of Djokovic or Federer, or, you know, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, you know, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course, we decide what our handicaps are on the first tee, we decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank, club selection so important on this second shot here at the 16th.
Yeah, any time that the elements don't work in your favor, and by that I mean here the false front, everything rolling back, then you've got to actually be more aggressive, and you're going to get the reward. So it's not like playing.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
8-foot putt here. $14 under on the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup.
Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Reg. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with the second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power?
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards.
Nice.
Looks good.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Second shot.
These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
The birdie.
Beautifully done. Nice birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Full treat. Get up. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Down, lay down. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight.
And setting up here in the rough. Settles in over the putt.
How did that not go in?
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This is for his birdie. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.